Welcome guys, welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button guys. Soon as you enter the live, hit that like button. Smash that like button, yes guys. What's going on guys? Yes, well today guys, we're gonna give you some tips on how to live after land and how to survive, how to feed yourself. This video is for information purpose only. It's not for me to tell you to go out there and be in the bushes. No, that's got to be a decision you want to make. But this is just for informational purpose. Living off the land. When you're living off the land, when you're living off the grid, two of the most important thing, I'm gonna say food. Food is the most important thing when you're living off the land or when you're living off the grid. Food is the most important thing. Secondly, we have a shelter. A shelter to protect you from the rain, also from the cold, especially if you're living in places that deal with the winter. It's very important to get a roof over your head and food. Very important, because the thing is, you have to eat. Eating is something none of us can do without, so we have to eat. So first of all, before we thinking about start living after grid, first of all, we want to start our shed, which is what you see I start creating. Start the shed. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a video where we're going to be building. We already put up 3 stakes already, which is 1, 2, 3 posts already. So tomorrow we're going to put up the another post and we're going to start to frame it out to the top. We're going to go live tomorrow and show you guys that again. All right, so what we actually doing, we creating a shed. Meanwhile, we creating a shed. What we do? We looking for banana. We planting that we can always get banana. Banana is food. All right. So what we do? We start looking for banana plant. So we have our banana plant here, which we're going to be planting. We're going to show you how we plant it. We have 1 banana plant here. We have another one here. This one, I now get this from someone, and they told me they get this banana. This is the type of banana it produce. I don't know for sure, but they tell me this is the type of banana it produce. The way they cut it, I'm not even sure if it's going to produce, if it's going to grow, because you hardly can see any root on top of it. So there's no guarantee, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in the soil. You see, like this one, you can see this one right here. It have some kind of root. So this one, gonna grow. Even this one, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna just put them in the ground. All right, so we know for sure this one gonna grow. Who knows, we might just get lucky. All right, so we got to start thinking about the shed that covering us and protecting us from the rain. And we also got to think about the food that we need to be growing, that we able to have food to eat. So what we're going to do now, while we're building our shed, we planting food at the same time. All right, so we have different type of food that we're going to be planting today. We're going to show you what we planted. We have some edos, we have some dashin, we have some tanya. that we're gonna be planting. When you look at up in the some of these trees, we will have to limb them because we want the sun to shine in really well. So we're gonna be planting banana, we're gonna be planting edos, we're gonna be planting. Just watch us today, guys. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. I will truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Daniel, how you doing? Thank you. Ann Ramsey, how you doing? Blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much. All right. So first of all, this is our shack that we're gonna be building right here. This is gonna be the shack. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come to the side. We're gonna come down to the side right here and just a little out the way. We don't want it too far from the shed. So we want the banana close by. We want our food close to the shed. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna dig a hole right here and we're gonna plant out a few bananas, plant the banana there. This was a rotten tree. This was a tree trunk right here. The tree rotten out. So down, you see, look down inside, you see, this is really nice compost down inside there. So we're gonna plant one of the banana tree right down inside here. All right, guys, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hey, Russell, how you doing? Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Come on, guys. This is real information you guys get in here. Hit that like button, guys. So we're gonna put this one down in there. We're not sure the way the person dig this one out. I'm not sure if it have enough root, if it's gonna able to grow. So I'm not sure. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this one close to it. So in case this one ain't grow, at least this one gonna grow. Because we know this one have a root. That other one ain't have no root at all. So what we're doing, we start preparing, start getting our food in the ground. While we're building our shed, we're planting our food. So this is a banana we have right here. It's hard for me to walk the shovel with the banana plant, but at least, guys, this is the banana plant right here. It's break to the top, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna save this and just leave this here. If you have to deal with winter, what you could do in the winter, you could take a plastic bag and cover the top and allow it to come back in the spring. That's if you're dealing with the winter. We have a next one here that I'm gonna plant somewhere else. So you guys see what I'm saying? You build in the shed, which we already start building the shed. While you're building the shed, you put in food in the ground at the same time. All right? You could also plant some herbs, different type of herbs, some rosemary, because rosemary come back every year. So this type of plant is what you want to plant. Plants that comes back every year. All right? So this is what we call living off the grid, guys. Food is important. You cannot survive without food. You also need a good shelter. You ain't got to worry about manure and compost, because in the forest is the most beautiful soil you could ever find. So all you do, you make sure you have the plants. Invest in plants, banana plants, edos, them type of plants, they come back every year. So what we do, we take these and we put around, right around the plants. That compost right there. So just like that, guys, we have a nice banana plant in the ground, just like that. Hey, Lassie, how you doing? Blessings to you. All right, so we're going to plant, dig a hole to plant the next banana plant. There's one thing you got to understand, banana plant spreads a lot. That's one thing you got to understand, the spreads. So if you could plant them, give them a little space with each other. So I plant this one here. I'm gonna figure out where to plant the others. All right. So what we're going now, at least we have one banana in the ground already, which is food. That's banana. We have that in the ground. What we're going to look for now, we're going to look for edos. Now, depending on the zone you live in, edos and dasheen they can come back in the following year. They can come back in the following year. So plant them now in November, September. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be planting these food like the edo, the dasheen, the tanya, and they're gonna able to provide. They're gonna able for me to harvest from them next year around this time, September, October. So before you think about getting out there and live off the grid, you must have food and seeds. All right, so let's go and get some edos. Let's go and get some edos and come back so we could plant. All right. All right, let me leave the camera that you guys can enjoy nature at the same time. All right. All right, so you guys enjoy nature. Hey Sassy, what's up? Blessings. Yes. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Please hit that like button. All I'm asking you to hit button, support the channel by hitting that like button. If you on your cellular phone, double tap the stream, double tap the screen. You could also become a member on this channel for support this channel, so you can support in any ways. Please hit the like button. That's a form of supporting. That's a form of encouraging us to do these videos, these informational videos. All right. Nature has so many weeds, hard to grow. You really have to clear. Well, if you want to eat, you got to do what you got to do. That's the thing. If you want to eat, you got to do what you got to do. That's the thing, you understand? If you have to eat, You will do what you got to do. So let's go, guys. I'm going to get some Edo. I'll be back. All right. Okay. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Let me see if you guys smashing the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Come on. All right, guys. So this is marigold. This is marigold right here. What we're gonna do with this marigold, we're gonna take all these marigold seed and we're gonna just throw them in a hole. We know for a fact this marigold seed gonna come back for next spring. So just put them in the soil now. So by next spring, you have your shed going, you have food in the ground. Ain't that a blessing? So these are very good herbs. All right. So we have the marigold. We're gonna be chucking them somewhere. We're gonna plant them somewhere close to our shed. So over here, let me see. Okay, we're gonna figure out where, because the thing is, we don't want to be planting stuff everywhere. We want to make sure where we plant the stuff is necessary and it makes sense. We don't want to be planting them and then we got to move them and we got to walk on them. So we have to think it out. Where are we planting our plants? Where is something we have to think out. So we got to kind of put them out the way. So far, we have some edos that I'm going to show you how I'm going to be planting them. Like I said, I'm not going and plant them far from the shack because you want the food close to you. I learned some. All right. Okay, that's good. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? Blessings. I am. Mary grow blue. They grow blue? Well, they grow yellow as well. It grow yellow as well. So, let me show you what we have here. We have these edos. For the people who don't know about edos, this is actually edos. So we're going to take these edos and we're going to put them in the ground. We know next year, if we plant these now, we know we're able to harvest from them next year. So where are we going to be planting the edos? We already plant the banana right here. We're going to put the other banana right down there. Where are we going and plant our edos? Well, I'm going to plant a few of them right here. Some right here, a little out of the way. We also going to put some right here, a little out of the way. All right. We want the food close to our shed. We don't want to be walking miles to look for no food. We want the food close. All right. So we're going to put a few edos right in this area right here. Guys, this video is for only information purpose. This video is not, I'm not telling you to go out there in no bush and build nothing or doing anything. It's only for information purpose. How can you live off the grid? Your mindset. It's important to have the right mindset when living off the grid. Because you cannot come out there. Yes, Sassy, yes. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? So let me show you guys how I'm going to plant the edo. I wanted the pick, but I don't have the pick at this moment. So I'm just going to dig a hole right in this corner right here. And I'm going to plant a few edos. So I'm just giving you a scope of the whole process. Now, we want you guys to join us live tomorrow evening where we're going to be continue building this shed right here. All right? But today, I'm just showing you putting the food in the ground is very important. What's that? No. What do you mean? You see, no. Let me explain this right now. Let me explain this. What we're doing here, this is nature. And we are nature. We believe in nature. And in no form or the other, we decide to do anything that will disrupt nature. We believe in walking with nature. We believe in walking with nature. And if you understand plants, you're going to understand a whole lot. You could do this. We're not cutting down no tree. We're not damaging no roots. We're not doing them kind of stuff. Because we understand what nature is. What we actually doing, we planting more trees. That's what we're doing. The trees become food. But it's actually okay, because all right, okay. Because I don't understand. All right, okay. Because our mission is we believe in nature and we love nature so much that we don't even use chemical in our garden. because we believe and understand what is nature and the beauty of nature. So if you're doing this, you got to adapt the way nature operates. You got to use the same thing that nature use in your garden, around your plants. All these rotten stuff come from rotten limbs. This is what you feed in your plants with. So stuff like this is really good for our plants. So you see, look, all these rotten trees. You see this? These are where you feed in your plants with. So when you feed your plant with this is some healthy stuff. So what we're doing, we actually continuing the journey of nature. So if we planting trees, that's a blessing, that's a good thing. Once we're not trying to cut down trees, which we're not going to be doing, we're not cutting down any trees, period. The trees got to fall for itself, because we love nature and we understand how nature operates and the beauty of the trees and how much we need the trees. All right, so now I'm going and chuck a header right here. Let me show you guys right here. This is just for information purpose, guys. All right, so we dig a hole right there. And we get the edo, and what we do, we put it in the ground. We put the edo in the ground like that, and we cover it. Now, this edo gonna produce next September. This gonna be, you could come right here and harvest this edo next September, right here. So what I'm saying is, and what we feeding them with, look what we feeding them with. Look what we feeding them with. The same thing that the plants, the big trees feed from. So no form of chemical, period. We don't even use that in our garden. So you know we're not into that kind of stuff. We believe in the natural. We believe in watching all these things break down and add them to our plants. This is what we believe in. And now guys, can you hit the like button? Please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please subscribe to the channel, because we're gonna have a lot of these videos coming. Subscribe to the channel. Today is just giving you an idea how to survive off the grid. The first thing you need is start planting food, start getting seeds, start getting food to plant. Banana plant, you get your banana plant, you get different type of seed. These are marigold seed. You see what? You see, this is marigold seed. You throw them in an area, they become beautiful flowers. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we can throw some marigold seed in this rich soil right here. Just throw them right there, cover them up, and leave them right there. What they're gonna do, they're gonna come back for next spring. Just like that, guys. You see what I'm saying? Wow, I have a huge garden. Yes. Now, these trees, their root is pretty deep. These trees' root grow pretty deep, guys. So, when you think about the richness of these plants, and when these plants in the fall all these plants gonna drop their leaf on the ground. Just like all these leaf, it start dropping. These leaf now is what gonna break down and always feed the soil. So in these areas, the soil always rich. This is why the trees them get so humongous. All right, because they actually feeding their own self. All right, so what I plant today, guys? What did I plant today? I planted banana tree right there. I planted edo and I set some marigold seed. So that's the beginning of start. Basically, you're doing two things at the same time. You getting your food together, which is important, and you start building your shed at the same time. You see what I'm saying? These are the two most important things. All right, after you do that, then you got to start, after you finish your shed, you have your shed built, you preparing your shed, you have everything together, you start bringing in wood and pack wood in a dry area so that you can use to cook. All right, living off the grid is not something you just walk out and just say, all right, I'm going and live off the grid. You have to plan it, guys. It's got to be something well planned and put together. Prepare yourself ahead. Get seed, come out with seed. Think about plants that comes back every year. Think about these things. Yes, marigold is definitely tough. Yes. So we definitely, guys, you tune in tomorrow, and definitely we're supposed to be here cooking tomorrow as well. It might be tomorrow around 3 o'clock. Join us tomorrow around 3 o'clock. We should be around cooking and framing out this shed. All right, what we're gonna put on the shed, we're gonna put some galvanized on the shed. So we're gonna have galvanized on the top, and then we're gonna be thinking about what we put in for the side. All right, so this is gonna be a journey. This journey is for information purpose. Hey, William Corwin, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Well, you gotta, when you're living after grid, man, you can't think about Wi-Fi. You start, you understand? This video, it's about information purpose. So when you living off the grid, living off the grid is different than living regular. You can't be thinking about Wi-Fi and them stuff. If you could get it, fine. This is why I'm telling you, living off the grid is not something you could just walk out there and still have the lifestyle you're accustomed to living in the city. You still have that mindset. You cannot have that mindset or you will not survive. You will not make it. You will run in the first week. The first week you come, you will run. You got what I'm saying? So the mindset cannot be about Wi-Fi and these type of stuff, because you will never, you will run, I'm telling you. You will run the first week. Living off the grid is when you take yourself away from the stores, you take yourself away from the city life, you take yourself away from running to the corner store, you take yourself from all of that. So you have no access to these things. That's what you call living off the grid. So Wi-Fi, if you're thinking about Wi-Fi, then you might have to maybe you could get it. Maybe it's possible, depending on where you at. Country with a farm. All right, okay. Hey, Glenn, what's up? Good afternoon. Wait, dog, yo. I don't know what you thought. Man, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is what I'm saying here. Do you see that? Listen to me. Do you hear what this video is about? This video is for information purpose. This is you trying to question me about Wi-Fi. It's about information purpose, meaning trying to let people know how you survive, how the mindset. You distracting about Wi-Fi. Let me continue this live. You distracting about Wi-Fi. I'm talking about the lifestyle. I'm talking about how you do it, how you make it. I know this life, but I'm sharing the information with other people. So it's not about where I'm at and where Wi-Fi and all this thing. It's information. This view you see in here is living after grid. So it's information purpose. It's not to be questioned about Wi-Fi. All right? Okay. William say, I live off the grid for 5 years, bro. I know you don't stop shopping in store. It might be hard to get to one, but you... All right. There's people who living off the grid today, and they don't go to no store. You see what I'm saying? They don't go to any store. They live off the grid. They make nature provide what they eat. They grow enough food that they could store during the winter season or the off season. They grow enough food. They hunt. They do all these type of stuff. So their mind is not on these stores. What if you can't get to the stores? What are you going to do? This is not a lot. This, you know what? Let me come out for this topic. Let me continue to what I'm doing. All right? Oh, you was just wondering how. Okay. All right, sir. The video, it's for information purpose only. And depending on where you at, you still can get Wi-Fi. All right? Depending on where you got. Certain area you surely cannot get the Wi-Fi. You understand what I'm saying? But it's really about the information. Okay? All right. How are you? Okay. Let's focus on the information, guys. I'm not about the information. All right. Yes, guys. So, what I'm saying is, if you notice what I now show you a few minutes ago, the mindset. The mindset is very important. All right? Now, when you're talking about living after grid or living after land, it's something, it's a mindset. It's something you got to make up your mind. It's something you got to decide and say, you know what? I'm going to try this out. Let me see how this works. All right? But you have to have the mindset of, I will have to grow my own food. And this is what I'm trying to share today. You have to grow your own food. This is what I'm showing you. I now plant a banana tree and I plant a edo. And I'm also showing you, you're building a shed for you to shelter, to keep the rain off of you, to protect you. If you're living in a cold climate, you want to make sure you have enough wood and fire to keep you burning. You can't think about, oh, today's cold, so I got to run to the city. You have to able to prepare yourself. This is what I'm saying. When you think, it's a mindset. And if your mind ain't set right, you will run in a week. This is what I'm saying. So I'm just giving the information for you guys to see and understand. Is not simple as it seems, because a lot of people believe it's a simple lifestyle, and it's not. It's really not. You got to grow enough food that you can able to store during the off season. You got to be able to grow food. You got to know how to store food. All these type of things you got to know how to do. Because your mind cannot be, oh, I'm going to run to the store. You got to figure out, how am I going to make it? What if you don't have a vehicle? What if you real far, deep in the woods? You got to figure it out. So this is all I'm trying to do. Giving the information for people to understand. Living off the grid and how to survive. You have to have your own food source. You have to have your own food source. How you gonna eat? This is why I show you today using the banana, using the marigold, using the edo, because that's the source of food. This is how it begins. The source of food, you have to imply that. The roof over your head is very important. So these things are so important, but also your mind. Your mind. It's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. Because when the rain start to come and the ground start to get wet, and you start walking and the mud starts sliding, and you feel like, God, it's wet, that could discourage you. That could make you say, God damn, I want to go back home. So it's a mind thing. So this video, this is why I said it's for information purpose only. Information purpose only. Is not to tell you go out there. It's for make you aware. It's to make you aware of living off the grid, how it can be. All right? So guys, for information purpose only, this is what this life about. All right? Now, let's focus on what we come back. Let's focus on the video, right? Now, we plant one banana and we have more edos. There is more edos to plant. These edos, if you plant them, they're gonna come back next season. All right, so planting them now, it's a good idea. You see? You see? Okay, no, let me see. Let me get this post. This post is Hey, listen to me. This life is not for distraction. This life is for it. Listen to me, guys. There's people, I'm sure there's people in this life who trying to learn something. And when you guys want to come and distract people, here is not the place. You understand? This here is not the place. Good. You know, number one, I don't understand some people at all. You know, you come in people's life and you're not listening to what people are saying, and then you come and you try to distract people from exactly what's going on. You talking about building castle and under. We here. I'm showing you exactly. Guys, if you want to live after grid, how do you live after grid? It's not a simple journey. I'm giving you guys ideas how the mindset. I'm letting you know how important it is for food, a food source. I'm letting you know how important the food source is. I'm also letting you know how important a shelter over your head is. You see what I'm saying? So it's basic information I'm here giving. So all these extra stuff, man, that's distraction. And I'm not entertaining that. Okay? So now we have more edos here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We have more edos. So this is basically food you putting in the ground. This is what you call living off the land. You have to have a food source. A food source is very important. A roof over your head and a food source is important. You put them in the ground and you cover them. Next year, spring. Next spring, they're gonna start to come back during the next spring. So that's food you actually put in the ground. You see what I'm coming from? You have a banana tree that's gonna be growing and coming back next season. All I'm saying is living off the grid is challenging and it's not easy. There's times when it's raining and the ground is so wet and damp. Hey Dowsy, how you doing? And the ground so wet and damp and you don't even feel like come outside. You understand? So these are things you have to understand. Living off the grid, you can't be running, you can't think you're gonna be running to the store. You gotta think about, I gotta use what I have. You gotta look into the plants them around you. Think about walking with a book, a whole book. Think about walking with a whole book. A whole book we can give you information. Like for instance, there's a whole book that can give information about the plant. Get one of them. And they also can give you the remedy of the plant and how to use it, the dosage and all these things. Get one of these things if you decide to live off the grid, because there's going to be a lot of plants around you that might be very beneficial for you. This is for informational purpose only. There's a lot of people who thinking about living off the grid, living this lifestyle, but they never live it before. And some people really make it like it's something real fancy. Some people make it more difficult than it seems. And some people make it seems like is a walk in the park. But it comes with your mindset. You got to make up your mind. You have to make up your mind to do this, to live this lifestyle. It's not simple. When it's wet outside and it feel like a cold, you understand? You got to get your fire blazing. That when your fire blazing, you could get a little heat. When the weather is dry, it's beautiful. When the moon is shining, it's beautiful. There's some real beautiful time. But at the same time, there's also challenging time. All right? So out here is a lot of distraction. You're trying to give information and people trying to distract you from what you're doing. All right? So like I say, guys, it's not a walk in the park. It's a beautiful experience, and the more you prepare yourself before you think about taking this journey, it's gonna be it's gonna be better for you. Prepare yourself, get your mind ready, make up your mind, because you could come out here and in a week, less than a week, you're ready to go back. All right? In the night, you might be hearing cricket chopping, you might be hearing all kind of different animal making songs, making you get scared. It's a lot, guys. So like I've said, don't think it's a walk in the park. It's very challenging. All right? It's something you have to make up your mind if you want to live off the grid. It's very challenging. And always remember, this live is only for information purpose. I'm not telling you to go out there and live in no jungle. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you it's a challenge and it's something that got to come with the mindset. I'm just giving you ideas of how to start. You have to have a food source. How are you going to feed yourself? That's important. So you make sure you get your seeds, you make sure you get food that comes back every year. All these things is necessary. So it's about preparing the mind, preparing yourself, save seeds, plant, walk with different plants, fruit trees. You could use fruit trees, cuttings. All these things you can do to get yourself prepared and ready. Don't just get up and run out there and believe you could just go out there and survive. No, it comes with a mindset. All right? So how you guys doing today? Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow we're going to be continue building our shed. We also going to be cooking tomorrow. So please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, it will be interesting. All right? I know there's a lot of people. Let me explain something to you two guys. When you're standing outside and you're looking into a forest from outside, it look like there's nowhere for you to walk. It look like it's so bushy and cloudy, but no. When you come under the trees, you realize how clear the place is. It's a pretty clear place. All right? Pretty clear place. Beautiful. When the sun is hot outside, in the forest, you have a beautiful, cool breeze just growing, just blowing between the trees, making you feel great. All right? So like I said, guys, don't get distracted and don't make no one convince you All right? Don't make no one convince you unless you make up your mind. Make up your own mind so you could decide whether you want to go or whether you don't want to go or whether you don't want this lifestyle. All right? So I'm going on dig another hole to place this post. All right. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. So now the 4 posts is up. The 4 posts is up now. We have 1 post is here. We have 1 here. We have 1 there. We have 1 there. So 4 posts is up. All right. So we're gonna end this live, and we just want you guys to understand it's information purpose. This for people to understand and see a lifestyle of living off the grid, and understand if it's something you want to get yourself into or you don't want to. Because like I said, it's challenging. It's nothing like living in the city. It's nothing like living in your house. It's none of that. You have to, you know, a lot of people talk about using this and using this, but number one, you could have all different type of stuff. Generator, you could have also whatever they're talking about. But what if they're not working? All right, how are you gonna make it? You see, them things, you could have them things, but them things gotta be, you know, like in case you need real knowledge and information about real surviving without these things. If you have these things, well, that's a plus. It's a plus, but you have to able to do this without these things. You got to able to know how to survive. What if you have a generator? Say, for instance, you have a generator and you're dependent on this generator wholeheartedly. But guess what? The generator stopped working. No, this generator is where you used to get light from and other sources, you know, to power up other sources. Hey, what's up, Solomon Quinn? Hey, what's up, Dose? Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to hit the like button. Right. So, if you're depending on a generator and then the generator go bad, what are you gonna do? You see? So you have to able to use your own natural instinct. That one come first. That's the first one. Your natural instinct, which is packing wood and stuff together, put them in areas to dry out. That's your source of cooking right there. You depending on a generator to power up something to cook your food. What if the generator not working? So the natural instinct, the natural source is where you got to be enforced. These other thing is additional. So you got to be well equipped with your mindset of the real natural, of catching the fire, of lighting the fire, catching the fire, cooking your food from wood, all these type of stuff. All these type of things, you have to understand these things. You cannot be dependent on these type of stuff that people has be telling you about. If they break down, how you gonna survive? You have to have other options. So you wanna cook? The real thing to do, if you really wanna cook, grow your food, go and fetch dry wood and pack them up in different areas. When you want to cook, you get your fire blazing, you put your pot and you cook your pot. At least you know you have the source, the resource to cook. Not depending on something and then if it's not working, then you prepare, then you... No, you got to go in there, prepare with the mindset of natural, the natural. Anything else is just addition, backup. Then become the backup to the natural. All right? So how you guys doing today? Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, guys, this video, it's only for informational purpose only. Sharing these information, giving you ideas how it is living off the grid. Because a lot of people don't have a clue how it line out. All right? All right, guys, so hope you guys got a blessed day. Thank you all for hitting the like button. And guess what? Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, that we can show you guys how we building this shed and how we framing it out. Thank you guys again. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace.